Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Dragonheir SilentGods video. In today's video, I want to talk to you about a massive warning that I have for you guys because of the current events that are going on in the game, and I'm going to talk about specifically, using your stamina at the right time. Again, even though I made a video on this in the past showing what are the priority dungeons that you should farm and all that, but this time around is going to be a little bit connected with the alliance stuff that's happening, the guild versus guild stuff and all that. So at least if you started on global, or if you're watching this at a later stage and this happens at the right time for you as well, you will have the first one going on the Sparkle tournament, where you basically face against another clan and try to get yourself some massive rewards. And then after that one stops, we're gonna have the Golden Wing match. Okay, this one is a little bit different, and this one looks to me kind of like, for those of you that played Raid Shadow Legends as well, this is kind of like CVC, like clan versus clan, where you're not getting points per se by actually fighting each other, but by doing certain content in the game. So first of all, let's look at this and let's try and understand why I'm telling you guys to stop. Don't go crazy on spending all of your resources. Don't go spending all of your saved up stamina refills, because like as an example, if I look, let me see what I can check it. Oh wait, over here. So if we go over here, okay, you can use these refill that you get from doing the the battle pass, some other areas, leveling up. So don't use these ones, don't go too crazy. Okay, maybe use some of these ones, but definitely save these ones for the point that I'm gonna mention later in this video. But for now, let's have a look at how this one actually works. So again, if we go to the Alliance Duel, if we go over to Golden Wing match and you click over here, as obviously I'm hiding it, click on the go over here, rewards available. So first thing is going to be a competition. You're going to face off against some other clans. It seems like I just need to keep hiding myself. Let me make myself a little bit smaller maybe. Okay, so these are going to be the rewards that you can get by getting, certain amount of points. It seems like it's a tug of war thing. So the more points you have compared to your opponent, the more war marrow and affinity solvents you get if it's a victory. If it's a failure, you basically get half of that from what I'm seeing. Then if it's a draw, again, you can see the rewards. And basically I did not know what this meant, but my wife, OddOneGaming, told me that this is like a football term in the US, where this one means if 1 week you're not paired with anybody else, you're gonna straight up get these rewards. Obviously the higher you get in the tiers, the more rewards you're going to get. So this one's not bad, getting some more war marrow and affinity solvent, I'm all for it. That's pretty fine. Then we go into the tier rewards, which honestly I did not expect this, and these are amazing. These are just rewards that you can get if your alliance hits a certain milestone, which is 250,000 points. As you can see, it just started for us and we already got the top milestone reward. So everybody will get this as long as you hit the 250,000 points. These are, again, good rewards. You get some gold, affinity solver, more XP potions, starlight eye, war marrow, and some auto battles, which is again pretty awesome. So don't worry if you don't do this day one. You have several days to do it. But then we go to the points comparison. This is again just shows you how many you did compared to your opponent, and it's like, if you're losing, if you're winning, pretty standard. Then the member contribution, you're gonna see how many points you did compared to the others. You see we have quite some crazy people in here. But then let's go over to the end. This is the most important one. So bonus points details. So over here it's going to show you what are the maximum amounts of points you can get depending on the content that you can clear. So for Goblin, for the first stage of Goblin, you get certain points. Goblin 2, you're gonna get other points, then Goblin 3 more. So obviously the higher you get, the more points you will do. For most people, I think you might just be here at Goblin 2, maybe doing the last stage, or maybe dipping into the Goblin 3. Like I opened Goblin 3 and I can do the last one, so I would get 26 points per those ones. But if you compare this to, like, for example, the domains, you might be able to do stage 5 of the domains. So look at that, see which one's better. Or if we go to the other dungeons, you see that you can get for Grave of Venom, Rot or Curse 27 if you do stage 9, and then Ancient Battlefield and Heretical Ruins, same thing, 27 if you do stage 9. So the advice here would be do the highest one that you can, at least for this. Let me show you, go back on page 1. It says over here, stamina bonus upper limit. Okay, so if you click on the info, it says during the Golden Wing match, only the first 200 stamina consumed every day will increase Golden Wing points, and the amount beyond 200 will not. So keep in mind, if you're going to use stamina, try to use at least the first 200 on the highest stage that gives you the most points if you're trying to win, okay? So the first 200, we should have 120 daily plus what it, what it resets, or maybe you use the 120, you use one refill that costs you 50 word motto to get another 60, then whatever regenerates, that should be your cap of 200. If you want to farm more after that, go ahead, but I would advise against going ahead because like I said, I'm going to show you why. But overall, it's like, from farming, you would definitely try and go to the highest stage, which I think most people should have Grave of Venom at the highest stage because that's the most free-to-play dungeon that you can do. You just need Horus or whichever is your best tank, a couple of healers, somebody else, and then like 1-2 decrease attacks, or the adventurers for us to do some damage and a decrease attack DPS, and you should be able to just farm Grave of Venom on the highest stage. But then if we move over lower, the Temporal Vortex is going to give a ton of points. So as an example, me, because I have a pretty strong account and I've been doing this on I played in the previous season in the closed beta. I have a ton of champions. I did this one, like damage reach over, what's this, 10 million, right? If I'm not mistaken, 303, yeah. So I do over that, I do like over 15 million, and today I'm unlocking the next difficulty. So my goal is going to try and do the highest difficulty that I can. Same thing for you guys, the higher difficulty you do, the more points you get. And then in arena, the same thing. This one might not be something that everybody can do because arena is a little bit tough. However, if you watched my video from yesterday, that should be a pretty easy tip for all of you how to easily farm arena. In every single gacha game, okay, the pay-to-win people are gonna win, okay? The Krakens, the people that spend, it's obvious. You're never gonna be able to compete as a free-to-play or low spender against Krakens or against, high spenders because, well, that's the nature of the beast. That's how gachas are. However, if you do want to grab as many points as you can from here, just follow my guide from yesterday's video where you're doing some tanking and then you're gonna grab some easy fights and you're gonna get some pretty good points from this one as well, okay? Now let's get over to the last point why I was saying after you do the 200 stop spending stamina. Well, this one's really important because first of all, you're not gonna benefit, okay, for the Golden Wing match. After you're over the 200, that's it. You would basically be wasting your stamina for this one. And not only that, but you want to wait for this. Maybe you've seen other people say it in the video. I forgot about this one and I really want to mention it, but look at this, guys. If you go over to the Clypsydra, in 6 days, for example, for me in 14 hours, legendary forge material drop rate increased. What this is gonna mean is you're gonna get something like double the rewards from farming dungeons. So I would advise against spending all of your stuff. Just keep saving. I should have done the same myself, but I had to build several heroes. I had to level up more people in order to be able to do videos for you guys, to do some relatable stuff and whatnot. But you want to wait to farm legendary gear when this one starts, okay? Just farm a little bit, I guess, for your dailies, for your adventure quests, a little bit to do for the thing, what's it called, the Golden Wing matchup. But maybe instead of farming the dungeons, okay, if you look again at what points we get, so maybe instead of going and farming stage of Grave of Venom stage 7, because that's where maybe most people are, maybe you just go back and just farm some more domains, because 7 gives you 21 points, but then a stage 4 of the flame domain gives you 20. Or if we're talking about Goblin 2 stage 5, it gives you 20 points as well. Keep focusing on building more heroes, because you're gonna need a lot more and more and more, because, well, 3v3 arena opens as well, but I guess that's one a little bit different. But you're gonna need more teams the more you advance. Like you might have seen in the story where you have some fights for some side quests where you need 3 teams, and that's not the same as in arena. Arena, everybody's level maxed. You don't need to worry about leveling up people for that. However, in the story, you're gonna need 3 teams, and when it's gonna come to the end game content, which is gonna be, if you go over to Clypsydra over here, Otherworld Exploration, you're gonna need 6 teams, okay? You're gonna need 6 teams of 5 people, so you're not gonna be wasting your resources if you just build up more and more heroes. Don't get them all to level 100, just get them to over level 90. Like you're gonna see, I have 3 of them that, sorry, 3 of them that actually got to level 100, but this is only because I had to do it for the quest. Everybody else, I'm not leveling, I'm just getting them to 5-star and ascended. 5-star and ascended. You're gonna see that most of my people are just 5-star ascended. Look at how many I have. I'm now leveling them up to 100 because it costs a ton of XP potions to get to 100, and maybe I feel like the ideal spot you want to get to with these is like level 95, 97 max, and then after that you should be fine. Maybe you get more levels by doing fights in dungeons. But keep in mind, guys, this is extremely important. Don't waste all your stamina. You're gonna get a ton more legendary forging materials, and if you're farming stage 9s, you're gonna get a lot more legendary gear, like actual gear itself. You have a, I'm not sure exactly what the drop rate it is, because I don't think they show it, but as an example, if you look over here, let's say Heretical Ruins, you see stage 7 and 8, it just gives you the tempering sand, okay? But then when you get to 9, you actually have a chance to straight up get this. It doesn't say anywhere, like I said, the drop rates and stuff, but if you do get the, you know, lucky and you get one of this, I think you actually get 2 instead. So keep that in mind, because that's extremely important, and that's when you will want to go crazy on farming gear. Now you're still at the point where you're still leveling up your people, where you're still farming goblins, where you're still farming the domain, so you can build more and more people, and then slowly start pushing hard on this one. You're still gonna farm some dungeons to get better gear on your people, but don't go ham, don't spend everything. So I hope this is helpful. I hope, you know, I caught it in time before you guys spend every stamina that you have, and I hope this is gonna help, like I said, a ton of you, because you're gonna get a ton more benefit by following the steps that I said in this video. But anyway, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.